4 more breaths here. Come onto all fours to mobilize the wrists for a few cat and cows. You do your wrist strengthening exercises if you've got them, otherwise I'm taking the circles as usual. Link it with your breathing if you can. I've got 1 more each way. Once you're back to center, cat and cow. As you're opening the lungs, inhale. As you're squeezing the stomach muscles, exhale. Try your best to feel it all the way through the front of your body, the back of your body. One more round for me. I'm taking my time. And then reach the fingertips to the front and push your bum up into downward dog. Pedal the heels out a few times. Walk the feet to the front of the mat, feet hip distance once you're there. Inhale into a halfway lift. And exhale forward, dangling down with generous bend in the knees. I'm going to take a few breaths here. I'm grabbing the elbows with the opposite hand, hanging the crown of the head, swinging side to side. Imagine that gravity is pulling on your elbows and the crown of your head, lengthening your waist, your lower back. But there shouldn't be any pain. Bend your knees as much as you need to. Let your hamstrings stretch slightly as well. But don't worry too much about the hamstrings. It's mainly about lengthening your waist. Taking long breaths. Come back to center. Give the back of your knees a hug if it feels good. Still a gentle stretch, still bending the knees. Bring the hands onto the shins and walk up on your thighs, restacking vertebra. Standing all the way up, roll the head, shoulders out. Sweep the arms up into standing cobra. Take a big inhale. Exhale, hands to heart center. Let's start with our sun salutation. Sweep the arms around. Inhale, reach up, long stretch. Exhale, forward fold. I'm bending the knees and hinging forward from the hips. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, high plank. I'm still stepping. Feel free to hop. Taking a breath here. Spreading fingertips under the shoulders. Drawing belly button in. Take one more breath to prepare you for your first chaturanga. Exhale, sink through. I'm starting on the knees, chin, chest. Press the feet into the mat. Start with mini cobra. Feel the back muscles. Inhale. Exhale, come back onto the mat. Sit back into child's pose on your inhale. And exhale, downward dog. Anytime you want to go stronger, faster, feel free. With a downward dog. Turn your tailbone up. Keep a slight bend in the knees and the heels off, so you can focus on the shoulders and the straight arms. Inhale, look to the front. Exhale, make your way to the front, feet hip distance. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. I'm sweeping up with a flat back this time. I'm bending the knees as if you were lifting up into halfway and hinge up from the hips. Sweep the arms up, inhale. Exhale, hands to heart center. Sandwich the feet together so we can start in a chair pose. Big toes touching, standing nice and upright. Roll the shoulders back, release the arms by your side. Inhale, chair pose. Squeeze the knees together so the inner thighs are working. Exhale, forward fold. No rush here, give yourself a hamstring stretch. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, high plank, step or hop. Inhale, push your weight forward. Exhale, chaturanga. Drop the knees if you need to, or go through full chaturanga. Inhale, cobra, maybe full, maybe upward dog, depending on what you're ready for. Exhale, downward dog. If you want to leave out the chaturanga, feel free. Inhale, lift the right heel behind you into three-legged dog. Exhale, step through between the thumbs. Leg straight, lifting chest but bending right knee. Sweep the arms up into Crescent Lunge. Take a big inhale. Exhale, straight away, side lunge onto the back of the mat, onto your left heel. I'm turning left heel down, bringing the hands to heart center, straightening right leg. I'm turning the feet, and I'm keeping high to start with. I need the strength, and I want the back to be very strong and straight. So I'm only going halfway. You might be able to open and sit low. I've got the left toes turning out towards the back of the mat slightly, and a little bit out towards the side as well. Stand back up as if you were going through 5-pointed star, and turn back into warrior two towards the front of the mat. Turn on the right heel, turn the right knee to the front, and sit into warrior two. Look over your right fingertips, sink low into the right knee. Straighten the right knee. Shift the right fingertips towards the front. Flip the palms out to the left side of the mat, triangle. Start leaning over. I'm looking over the left fingertips towards the ceiling. Good time to use a block on the inside of your right thigh. Maybe use your shin, the right shin. I'm not going too low because I need that length on the left side. I need the left hip to turn up to the ceiling. Make sure you have a micro bend in the right knee. Hold for one more breath. Bend your right knee. Sweep the arm up into reversed warrior straight away. Bend the right knee so you're safe on the back. Left hand on your thigh, right fingertips pointing up. Take a big inhale and hold for an exhale. Feel the right side of the body stretching, bending right knee. One more inhale to reach further up and to the back of the mat. Exhale, cartwheel down. Frame the right foot. Inhale, sweep the right heel up into three-legged dog. And let's open on the top distance. Squeeze the right glute as you lift. As you exhale, stack the hips. Open the hip, lift the right heel high and bend the right knee. Hold. Check in with the left elbow straight. Looking towards the back of the mat. Inhale, level the hips. And exhale, come forward into a high plank. I'm hovering the right foot. Let's do a box. Everyone loves a box. Bring the right knee to the right tricep. Give it a tap. Keep the connection. Slide your right knee onto the right wrist. Bring it across to your left wrist. Bring it up to the left tricep. This is the tough bit. Hold the connection. Push back into high plank. Sweep the right leg back. Leave out the chaturanga if you want. Otherwise, come forward. Inhale. Exhale, sink through. Now, cobra upward dog. Roll the shoulder blades together. Press the feet in. Exhale, downward dog. Let's hold for a breath. Inhale, lift the left heel, three-legged dog. Straight away, step through between the thumbs. A tap on the nose is always good. Hold runner's lunge, come onto fingertips. Bend the left knee, check that it's above the left ankle, back leg straight. Let the front of your right hip stretch. Sweep the arms up, crescent lunge. A quick one here. Inhale. Exhale, side lunge onto the back of the mat, right heel flat, hands to heart center. And I'm sitting to the back, but keeping high. Tucking tailbone under. And maybe open the arms. So I'm feeling the inner thigh stretching. But no knee pain, no hip pain. And I'm feeling the strength in the legs. Stand up to go through 5-pointed star and turn back to the front of the mat, warrior 2. Turn the left foot to the front. Turn the right foot out to the right side. Arms in a T, look over your left fingertips. Extend the left leg. Shift the left fingertips forwards, flip the palms. Lean over, triangle. Use the block on the inside of the left foot if you think you need it, or your shin on the left side. Lengthen the crown of the head towards the front of the mat and turn the right shoulder and right hip to the ceiling. Bend the left knee first and reverse the warrior. Sweep up. Inhale. Find a side bend. Exhale, hold here. With right hand on the thigh, whatever feels good otherwise. On your next inhale, reach further up and to the back of the mat. Bend the left knee. Exhale, frame the front foot. Back to runner's lunge. Sweep the left heel up, three-legged dog. Squeeze the left glute as you lift. As you exhale, open the hip and stack. Bend the left knee, hold. Straight arms. Feel the stretch in the shoulders. Level the hips, inhale. Exhale, come forward into high plank. I'm hovering the left foot. And let's get ready for the box. One more inhale. Exhale, left tricep. Keep the connection. Left wrist. Right wrist. Right tricep. Oh, hold. Push back into high plank. And let's go onto our front, everyone. Inhale, prepare, push forward. Exhale, sink through and stay on your front. Release it for a sec. I've got lots of work going down in my stomach when I do the box. Push the fingertips to the back. Let's do the locust. Palms pointing to the mat. Roll shoulder blades together first. If you're preparing your legs, press the pubic bone in. Squeeze the glutes, straight knees. And lift into a full back extension. Lengthen the crown of the head towards the front of the mat. So feel the length in the back of your neck. I'm feeling shoulder blades, glutes, hamstrings. Your lower back is just working. There is no impingement. Lengthen the arms, the fingertips towards the back of the mat. And bring it onto the mat. Sit into child's pose, but slowly. Tuck the tailbone under first. Inhale, sit back and just sit in child's pose. You've got one more back bend here. We do a camel. You can leave it out if you're not sure. If you know your full camel, don't wait for me. I'm starting with the easier option just to make sure I activate the glutes. Whichever option you choose, it's about the glutes. Keep it engaged. Tug the pelvis. Lengthen the tummy. And then open the top of your shoulders. Maybe head back. If you want to reach for your heels, feel free. Don't wait for me. You know your options. One more breath. Beautiful. Safely come out of it. Make sure you round your back because before you're thinking about downward dog. And when you're ready, reach. Draw the belly button in. And find downward dog. Take a breath here, maybe 2, to lengthen the shoulders again. So drop the sternum towards the mat. I always keep a slight bend in the knees. Inhale, look to the front. Exhale, step or jump the feet together in the front of the mat, big toes touching. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, chair pose. Make sure you're squeezing the knees, use the inner thighs. Sweep the arms up. Exhale, stand up, hands to heart center. Roll the shoulders back. We are adding some balance before your flow. Release the arms by your side, but starting with the chair again. Inhale, sit down. Squeeze the inner thighs. Exhale, stand up into stalk. Right knee lifts into the chest. I've got arms pointing to the ceiling. If you want to take a breath here, maybe just to squeeze that knee in. I like to flex the feet. Take it and then reach the arms back up. Standing pigeon. Right heel comes onto the left thigh. I'm using the hands for the first round. Finding the position where you're sitting your bum backwards first, then bend the left knee. I'm starting with hands to heart center and flat back. So my back is safe. Try and drop the right knee towards the mat, but without dropping the right hip. And you should feel your right bum cheek stretching. Stand back up into stalk. Inhale. I'm interlacing the fingers in the back behind me as I exhale. Now you have the option anytime you want to release the fingers, but I'm opening the collarbones. Maybe Kali Mudra. Make sure elbows are fairly straight. Pushing through Warrior 3. Push the right heel back, start hinging. I'm going to give you a very tricky one here. Just hold the Warrior 3 and have a think. You don't have to look. Draw the belly button in. It's very important that your hips are square. Have a slight bend in the left knee if you need it. I'm going to ask you to hinge forward, but without touching the mat. So it's like a Warrior 3. You drop the head and you lift the right heel high. It's quite similar to standing split, but I'm not tapping onto the mat. Keep the hips square. It's getting tougher and tougher. Hold. Come back up into Warrior 3. Oh, that's tough. Bend the left knee. Step into Crescent Lunge. Land the right foot in the back. Sweep the arms up and you know the rest. Inhale, Crescent Lunge. Exhale, side lunge onto the back of the mat, onto the right heel. Heel flat, sit over, hands to heart center. Sit lower than before if you want to. Stay with me. I'm staying halfway, opening the arm out, hugging out. Straight into Warrior 2. If you want to stay lower, turn the left foot, arms in a T. Shoulders back. Triangle, extending left knee, shifting left fingertips forward, flip the palm, look over your right fingertips to the ceiling and land your fingertips on the block. Or if you want to keep it really strong, I'm hovering the left fingertips from the mat. I'm not even touching. Turn the right hip and shoulder up. Bend the left knee first and reverse the warrior. Inhale, sweep up. Exhale, runner's lunge. Frame the left foot, hands flat. Inhale, sweep the left heel up, three-legged dog. Inhale as you lift and squeeze the glute. Exhale, open and bend the knee. Inhale, level the hip. Exhale, high plank and box. Knee to the left tricep. Hold the contact. Left wrist. Across to the wrist. Up on the right tricep. Push back into high plank. I'm hovering the left foot. And sink through chaturanga. You can drop the left foot if you want. Press the feet in before you open. Cobra upward dog, long neck. And downward dog. I'm going to take a breath here. Inhale, look to the front. Exhale, make your way to the front. Feet are touching. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. We're starting on the other side from the chair pose. Inhale, bum low, arms high. Exhale, stand up stalk. Left knee comes in. Again, if you want to take a breath to hug the knee closer, higher. Take it or leave it out. Standing pigeon, left heel comes on the right thigh. I'm using the hands, you don't need to. Sit back first and then bend the right knee. Make sure your back is flat to start with, hands to heart center. Think about dropping left knee towards the mat, but without dropping the left hip to get the left glute stretching. Stand up stalk, take a big inhale, pull the left knee into the chest and interlace the fingers in the back. Again, you hold the fingertips together as long as you want. Take one more breath here so you can open the collarbones. Warrior 3. Push the left heel back, hinge forward. Find a straight line first, and it's always a good option to stay here and hold the Warrior 3. Please be very careful if you choose to hinge. Shoulders are dropping, left heel is lifting, and my right hamstrings are working like mad. Bend the right knee if you need to as you hinge back up, Warrior 3. Step into Crescent Lunge. Step the left foot in the back slowly. Sweep the arms up. Take a big inhale. Exhale, side lunge onto the left heel, hands to heart center, turn over. And again, sit lower if you want, or sit halfway with me. I'm opening the arms. Strong back muscles, squeeze between the shoulder blades. Find your way into Warrior 2 to the front of the mat. Stay low if you want to come all the way up. Turn the right foot to the front and sit down. Shoulders back, right knees above the right ankle. Straighten the right knee, shift the weight forward, flip the palm, triangle. Lean over, looking over the left fingertips. Use the block, reach towards the mat, but I like to hover my right fingertips so I can feel the left muscles working in my obliques. Make sure you bend the right knee first, then hinge up to reverse the warrior. Inhale, right fingertips reaching up. Exhale, runner's lunge, cartwheel the hands down, frame the right foot. Sweep the right heel up. Three-legged dog, squeeze the glute as you lift. As you exhale, open the hip, bend the right knee. Inhale, high plank, level the hips, shift forward. Exhale, right knee to the right tricep. Right wrist. Left wrist. Left tricep. Oh, I'm shaking. Hold. Push back into high plank. Let's meet on our front so we can do the back extension. Inhale forward and exhale, find your way there. Stay on your front. Roll your shoulder blades together. I'm lengthening my waist, neck, pointing fingertips to the back. Palms are facing the mat. Lifting shoulders. Clench your glutes. Straighten your knees if you're thinking about the leg lift. Hold. Bring it onto the mat, feet hip distance, hands under your shoulders. Untucking tailbone. Sit back into child's pose. Think about camel. You can leave it out. Take it to the next level if you want, or stay with the previous option. Tucking the toes personally. Wherever you're coming from, it's glutes first. Lengthening the stomach, pushing the hips above the knees, opening the top of your shoulders, and hold it for 3. Hold it for 2.
Hold it for 1. Look forward first. Come out of it safely. Rounding the back first. I like child's pose. And then think about downward dog. I need the belly button in the lower back. And find downward dog. Take a breath. Take a big inhale, look to the front. Exhale, feet hip distance as you step or jump forward. We're going to do a hand balance, crane. Inhale, halfway lift first. And exhale forward. Let's lengthen the hamstrings for a few breaths. So however far you're reaching, grab somewhere, bend your knee slightly. Take one more big inhale, one more flat back. And exhale, pull, not too hard. And make sure your knees are bent just enough so that you can feel your hamstrings, no back pain. Just make sure you're lengthening the hamstrings slightly. Now bring the hands onto the mat. If you know your crane, don't wait for me. If you're doing drills, just one heel at a time. Come onto the tippy toes and tap the knees onto the back of your triceps, not on the sides of your arms. A little bit harder. Draw the belly button in and see if you can tip the weight into the fingertips. Again, don't wait for me. If you know it, one heel at a time is good. Maybe the 2, and maybe hold for a breath or 2 if you can. Come back into forward. Forward, I've got the feet hip distance. I like to lengthen my back into halfway lift. And then one more little forward. Find yourself on your bum so we can go through a boat pose. Take your time. Find yourself in the middle of the mat. Starting in a V-sit. Feet flat, chest up. Shoulders back, long neck. Hinging from the hip. Then scooping the stomach, feeling the stomach muscles, and I'm ready to release the fingertips and lift the legs into boat pose. I'm going to keep the legs in tabletop. You feel free to straighten if you want. Interlace the fingers, pistol position, Kali Mudra. Make sure your elbows are staying straight. We've got the 6 twists without moving the knees wherever they are. Just keep them still as much as you can. Inhale in the middle, exhale, twist one way. Doesn't matter which way, but the arms are staying straight. Inhale, center. Exhale, other way. Make sure your knees are not moving side to side or up and down. Inhale, center. Exhale, number 3, first side. Elbow straight. So the twist is coming from the upper back. Inhale, center. Exhale, number 4. Inhale, center, draw the belly button in. Exhale, number 5. Inhale, center, draw the belly button in. Exhale, number 6. Come back to center, inhale. Release the hands as you exhale. And then feet on the mat. Draw your belly button in, scoop the tummy and go into your back. Let's do a plow pose. Option to do an inversion, lifting the bum, popping the block underneath it, and holding your inversion. You might even be able to put your legs above your face. If you want the full plow, by all means, using the hands to roll over and maybe support your back. Maybe pop the feet onto the mat. Make sure you can breathe. Find a position. There is no strain in your neck. It should be a nice stretch in your back. You can always release the hands onto the mat if you can, but only if you still find it comfortable. Take one more breath. Make sure you press the palms into the mat and control it on the way down. Draw the belly button in and feel that the spine is rolling onto the mat, vertebra by vertebra by vertebra. Once your tailbone is flat, You don't need to drop any lower with the legs. Tuck the heels into your bum and place the feet onto the mat, feet hip distance. Shoulder bridge. Hands flat. Scoop the tummy. Lift the hips. Come all the way onto the mat. Do that one more time. Inhale, lift. Exhale, hold. Keep breathing. Chin off your chest, long neck. Spread the fingertips. Interlace the fingers under your hips. Tug the shoulder blades under. Lift your hips slightly higher, but tug the pelvis so the tailbone is lower. Sorry, the pubic bone is higher than your belly button. Make sure knees are pointing to the front so there is weight on the inside of your feet as well. See if you can lift the right heel only, keeping the right toes on the mat. See if you can lift the right foot completely off in a tabletop position, or stick the right foot towards the ceiling. Lift the hip higher, tug the pelvis and hold for 5, 4, 3, there shouldn't be any strain in your back. 2, scoop the tummy more if you need to, and bring the foot towards the mat. Slowly. Realign the hips, tug the pelvis, chin off your chest. Let's do the left heel first. Draw the belly button in, and the whole left foot, if it comes off tabletop, is good, with the foot pointing to the ceiling. Lift the hip higher, scoop the pelvis, hold it for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring it onto the mat. Release the hands and the shoulder blades. Scoop your pelvis and peel the spine onto the mat. Bring the knees into your chest, give them a hug, and rock side to side. Think about coming back up into a forward fold. You can use the hands behind you if you're trying to roll up. I'm going to land with the feet hip distance. Just find your way there. I tend to activate the core muscles first, and you might want to have a few goes. Find yourself on your feet and then end up in a forward fold. Then go down once you're there. Bring your feet all the way together. Inhale into another halfway lift. And exhale, fold. Inhale into a chair pose. Sweep the arms up, hips low. Exhale, stand up, hands to heart center. Let's take a little break here. Stand upright, shoulders back, release the arms by your side. Take another breath. And we can go through your flow one more time each way. On your next inhale, sit into chair. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale back into chair because of course I forgot the whole thing. Exhale, stork pose. Stand up, right knee into the chest. Standing pigeon, right heel on the left thigh. Sit back and bend the left knee, hands to heart center. Hold for one more breath. Feel the stretch in the right glute. Drop the right knee towards the mat. Stand up, stork pose. Take a big inhale. On your exhale, interlace the fingers in the back. Open the heart up, inhale. Exhale, warrior 3. Take your time to push that right heel back. Level the hips. Find a straight line. Option to hinge, like a modified standing split. Very careful
Lift the right heel higher as you drop the head and shoulders. Hinge back up, warrior 3. Oh. And step back into a lunge position. A right foot lands in the back. Sweep the arms up, crescent lunge. Inhale. Exhale, side lunge onto the right heel. Sit low if you want, just like before, or keep it high. Hold it for one more breath. Warrior 2 to the front. Sit over, open the arms in a T, look over your left fingertips, turn the left knee to the front. Straighten the left knee, shift forward, triangle, flip the palms, lean over. Feel the right core muscles working on the right side, obliques. Hold. Bend the left knee first. Sweep the left arm up, reverse the warrior. Take a big inhale. Exhale, cartwheel down, runner's lunge. Inhale, left heel up, three-legged dog. Squeeze the glutes as you lift. Exhale as you open and bend the knee. Inhale, high plank, level the hips, push forward. Exhale, left knee to the left tricep, hold the contact. Left wrist, right wrist, right tricep, hold it for one more breath. That's the last one, I promise. Push back into plank position. Over the foot if you want, or sink through. Let's go. Inhale, cobra upward dog. Long neck, pull the ears out of the shoulders. Exhale, downward dog. Inhale, look to the front. Exhale, step or jump the feet together. Big toes touching. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, forward. Make sure your feet are together. Inhale, chair pose. Exhale, stand up, stalk, left knee in. Standing pigeon, left heel on the right thigh. Sit back and bend the right knee. Hands to heart center for me, whatever version you've got. Hold for another breath. Focus on stretching the left hamstrings, glutes. Stand up to stalk. Inhale. Interlace the fingers in the back as you exhale. Open the heart up. Straight elbows if you can. Inhale. Exhale, warrior 3, pushing left heel to the back. Find your balance. Horizontal line on the top. Start hinging forward if you're ready. Level the hips. Lift the left heel higher as you're dropping the shoulders. And the tough bit for me, I need to bend the right knee for that, to come back up into warrior 3. And step back into lunge. Left heel lands. Sweep the arms up. Crescent lunge, inhale. Exhale, side lunge onto the left heel. Sit over onto the back of the mat. Choose your height. Choose the arm position. Hold for another breath. Draw the belly button in. Warrior 2 to the front. Sit over. Arms in a T. Look over the right fingertips. Nice. Straighten right knee. Shift the weight forward. Triangle. Flip the palms. Look over your left fingertips to the ceiling. Hold for another breath. And the right knee, reverse the warrior. Inhale, sweep up. Exhale, runner's lunge. Frame the right foot. Sweep the right heel up, three-legged dog. Squeeze the right glute as you lift. Inhale. Exhale, open, stack, bend the right knee.
Inhale, high plank, level the hips and come forward. Exhale, right knee to the right tricep. Keep the contact. Right wrist. Left wrist. Left tricep. Try and hold it for one more breath. Push back into high plank over the foot if you want. Let's meet on our stomach. Sink through. Stay there. One more locust. You can take it into a bow pose. Start with the upper back. Fingertips pointing back. Then activate the glutes and draw the belly button away from the mat. Straighten the legs. See if you want to lift. Good time to go for your bow pose or just a quad stretch. If you bend the knees, flex the feet, grab the ankles. If you're going for bow pose, activate the inner glutes and between your shoulder blades and press into the hands. Kick the feet into the hands. Try your best to go through another locust. So as you release out of whatever you're doing, try your best to keep in a locust. Lengthen the tailbone to the back of the mat. Lengthen the back of your neck. And bring it onto the mat. Hold it for a breath here. Push your hips side to side a few times. One more back bend if you want. Doing camel, your version. And pushing into child's pose. Find a foot position, knees hip distance. Make sure it starts with the glutes. Make sure you're activating the glutes. Whichever version you're choosing, pubic bone to the front, hips stay above the knees, and feel the opening in the top of the shoulders without any back pain. Bend back from the top of your spine without collapsing in your lower back. One more breath. Sit back into child's pose, hold it. Now put knees together, feet hip distance, dropping the forehead and the shoulders towards the mat. Come onto all fours. I'm going to twist the back and a slight stretch in the back of your shoulders. Just going to turn around so you see what happens, then I'll turn back. I've got right foot coming out to the right side of the mat, so you need a bit of space. And you can't see it, but I'm flexing the foot. You still can't see it. I'm flexing the foot. So it's in line with my hip. I'm just going to turn around. Then I'm lifting the right arm. So I'm going to turn away from you. Take a big inhale. And as you exhale, thread the needle, reach the right fingertips underneath the left armpit and take it all the way onto the right shoulder if you can. The right ear is touching on the mat. If you find it really uncomfortable, bring the right knee back onto the right hip, bend the right knee here, and then you can do a proper twist in the back. Now a little option here, just to start with the shoulders, I'm reaching left fingertips towards the front of the mat and I'm dropping the left armpit towards the mat, and that stretches the back of my right shoulder. Try your best to keep the hips above the knees. You can stay with that. It's a nice stretch in the back of your shoulders. If you want the extra back stretch to twist your back, I'm bringing the left hand back, making sure you're safe. Draw the belly button in and lift the left fingertips towards the ceiling. Left thumb should be pointing towards the front of the mat. You might feel an inner thigh stretch if you've got the right leg out. Otherwise, you're focusing on the shoulders and the back twist, which is perfect for me. That's exactly what I want. And bring it back. Left hand down. Untangle. If you want to sit back into child's pose for a sec, please feel free. And let's do the other side. If you want to, stick the left leg out. You don't have to. Keep the hips above the knees. Left arm up, inhale. Exhale, thread the needle. Try and pop your left shoulder and the left ear on the mat. I'm starting with the back of the shoulders, so I'm reaching right fingertips towards the front of the mat and dropping the armpit, the right armpit to the mat, and then stretching the back of my left shoulder. I'm changing it into spinal twist. Right hand comes on the right shoulder, right fingertips to the ceiling, turning the right thumb towards the front of the mat. If you want to choosing one, that's fine. Make sure it feels good. See what you need. Right hand on the mat. Untangle. And let's lie down on our front to do a stomach stretch. I'm doing it in swings. You feel free to do a cobra, but I try and relax into it. Hips on the mat. I'm bringing elbows under the shoulders. I'm spreading fingertips. Roll your shoulder blades away from your ears, down towards your lower back. Look to the front and feel that your neck is lengthening. Your ears are coming out and away from your shoulders. Think about pulling your elbows backwards without moving them on the mat, but pressing the pubic bone into the mat harder. And you should feel the stretch in the front of your body, but there shouldn't be any back pain. So press the feet into the mat. Imagine you're opening the collarbones and the heart towards the front. And relax onto the mat. I'm stacking the hands underneath the forehead, bending the knees, pushing feet side to side. Let's stretch the front of your shoulders. Sorry, I need to scooch around. I've got a cat in the way. I've got right hand coming out, shoulder level, right palm on the mat. Left hand under my left shoulder, bending left knee, rolling onto my right side. Very carefully. If you don't feel the balance, pull your right foot towards the left side of the mat slightly, and you will have more balance. You can always bend the left knee. Try and land the left foot behind you. See if you want to reach the left fingertips to the ceiling, but the left thumb is pointing to the top of the mat. Press the back of your hand behind you, which is the right side of the mat. Feel the front of your shoulders, your chest stretching. Draw the belly button in if you feel anything funny in the back, lower back. Bring the left hand onto the mat and roll onto your head front slowly. Leave the right hand as it is, just for a breath, so it can recover after an intense stretch. Wiggle your right hand by your side first. And when you're ready, let's change. I'm bringing right hand underneath the right shoulder, extending left arm out. Make sure it's in line with your left shoulder, palm is on the mat. Bending right knee, rolling onto your left side. Do it slowly and carefully. If you can't feel the stability, I'm bringing left foot slightly towards the right side of the mat. Relax the left ear on the mat. See if you want to reach the right fingertips to the ceiling. The right thumb is pointing to the top of the mat. And maybe press the back of your hand behind you, so you feel the opening of the entire chest, front of your shoulders. Draw the belly button in and slightly tuck your pelvis if you feel anything funny in your lower back. Bring the right hand onto the mat. Slowly untangle. Find yourself on your front, but leave the left arm as it is. Wiggle the left arm by your side slowly. And then bring the left arm under your shoulder and extremely slowly find yourself on your heels in child's pose. Again, I need to round my back. It just feels good. I grab my heels. Try and drop the forehead onto the mat. Maybe rock side to side. Find yourself on your bum. Get there in your own time. Grab a strap. It might be a good idea to have one. You might not need it, but I like it. It's safe on the back. Starting with the hamstring stretch, we're isolating the two hamstrings. Sorry, the two legs I meant to say. Left foot pointing up, left leg straight. I've got right knee dropping out to the side. I've got right foot tucking into the inner thigh. Drop the right knee out. Now first level the hips. So if you feel that you're opening, bring it back in. Think about hips pointing forward. Grab the strap. Sorry, I forgot mine. Big inhale, lengthen spine. And exhale, reach. Now make sure the fingertips are staying on the same line. The left fingertip shouldn't be going further forward than the right. You're leveling the hips. And reach and pull. Find the stretch. You might feel it in the left side of your lower back. That's a good thing, unless it's very painful. That's why you're trying not to reach the left fingertips further forward. Level the hips, level the shoulders, even them out, and then reach them together however far they go. And very slowly sit back up. I'm going to open the hips. So I'm turning out to the right side. And I'm moving the right knee out. So my hips are open. I'm going to drop that right knee downward. You might need to give it a little bit of a push. I actually quite like that feeling in the hips. And we do a side bend. Option 1, keep the left hand somewhere in between the right foot and the left knee. Or grab the foot. Or maybe, this is quite a strenuous one for me, left fingertips grabbing the right knee. Wherever you are, lengthen through the back. Reach the right arm up. Look to the back of the mat. So I'm looking over the right armpit. And reach the right fingertips towards the left toes. If you can, press the left elbow. If you're on the foot with the left hand, press the left elbow into the left inner thigh. And press your right knee towards the mat. Turn the right armpit to the ceiling. Feel that stretch in you might feel it in the right side of the lower back. You should feel it in the core muscles down the right side. Reach the right fingertips towards the left foot, but press the right knee towards the mat. Feel that side stretch. Sit back up very slowly, and we do that one more time. Now have a go. You might not like that. It's a little bit different. Try and reach the left fingertips to the right knee. Again, you need to lengthen. Bring it in a bit more if you can't reach it. That's fine. But the main thing is that the shoulder turns away from that foot. Right arm up, lengthen, and lean. It's quite different. You're actually stretching your QL muscle, your quadratus lumborum, which is a really tricky one to stretch. But if you have issues with it, it will give you a lot of back pain. One more breath. It should be getting deeper and deeper. And come back very slowly. If you get back pain after a deadlift or deadlifting session, think about that stretch. It might help. I'm going to change over and I talk less. Just going to turn around. Right foot, starting with the hamstrings. Left foot in, lengthening spine, leveling hips, grabbing the strap. Lengthen back and start reaching forward. Again, think about where your fingertips are reaching. Even if you're on the strap, level the hips. Square the hips. Slowly sit back up, easing out of your hamstring stretch. Opening the hips. With the first one, you can go wider. I'm grabbing the foot. You go for the knees straight away if you want. We've got 2 of these. Sitting upright, right hand on the left foot or left knee. You choose it. Main thing is, turn the shoulder away from that straight leg. Left arm up. Inhale. Exhale, lean over. Keep turning the left armpit towards the ceiling and to the back of the mat. Feel the lengthening on the left side of your body. So if you think about the last rib and the hip bone, you're trying to create space between them. I'm personally pressing the right elbow into the inner thigh on the right side. That might not work for you. Press the left knee towards the mat. And very slowly come back. Please take it slow. You can do exactly the same if that's better, but notice the difference between the 2 sides. Again, bring the foot closer if you need to. Try your best to reach that knee. This is a tricky one. Again, lengthen through the back. Left arm up. Turn the shoulder away from the straight leg. Inhale. And exhale, lean. Find your option, whatever works for you. The 2 stretches are different for me, but you might prefer one over the other. On your exhalation, feel that the distance between the last rib and the hip is increasing slightly. And then very slowly come out of it, very, very slowly. Let's bring the feet back together. So for one more forward. Again, strap is good. Lengthen the back first, move around if you feel something intense in the lower back. Hopefully it's a good thing and afterwards you feel better. And then forward one more time. And take about 3 breaths here. Think about the lengthening of your hamstrings. If you feel something in your lower back, bend your knees slightly. And then maybe lengthen the back. And then think about crown of the head going forward. Or press the back of your knees towards the mat if it doesn't hurt your back. Take another breath. Sit back up slowly, and I'm leaning back onto my hands, bending the knees slightly, shaking them out, and open the heart up to the ceiling. It just feels nice. Let's finish it with your neck stretches and a few breaths. Sit on the block if you want with me, or leave it out. Straight spine, comfy legs. Shoulders back. Let's start with the neck stretches, ear to shoulder one way. Other side. Drop the chin to the chest and circle your head all the way around. Take your time. Make sure you can feel the back of your neck as well. Breathing in through the nose, out through the nose. Change direction. Drop your chin to the chest once you've finished, so you can give the back of your neck one more stretch. Maybe use your fingertips to gently pull on the head. Keep your eyes closed. Release the head, drop the hands back onto your lap, onto your knees, wherever it feels good. Lift your chin slightly. Release the shoulders away from the ears and take 3 long breaths all the way to the bottom of your stomach, in through the nose. Out through the nose. Bring your palms together at your heart. Bow your head. Thank you very much, everyone. Namaste.